Hi everyone. It says I'm live. So that's cool. This thing's looking strange. I decided to come on here to answer some questions. If anybody has any, I'm going to be doing a Zoom class soon. And so we're going to focus on a lot of areas, and I'd like to know what people want to learn most about. And I'll have to wait a minute for people to join. I also have a private Facebook group, Enlightened Life Academy. I have one for entertainment too, Enlightened Life Entertainment for producers and people in the industry. Hi, I got two eyeballs. They show you eyeballs up in the corner. But it must mean two people rather than two eyeballs. So that's cool. So I was one of the first psychics on the internet in 1995, and I've been a professional psychic since. Don't add up those years. There's a lot of them. So full-time professional psychic, and I've done other things. I've acted in movies, and I'm a writer. I have a book launch right now going on, and my mission has always been to help people become more conscious and more aware of who they really are so they can hold the presence in their body so they can create the life they want. Because we got dumbed down, is about the best way to describe it. And it's not just us, I mean, the whole species. Our whole species got dumbed down thousands of years ago. And people forgot who they were. They forgot their creators. They gave their power away and didn't understand what that happened, and their level dropped, and they kept dropping to lower and lower levels and becoming covered in the thought forms of, it's like a tangled web of these thought forms that float around. And if you get into those thought forms, it's like having a spider web holding you down. And then when you try to get out of it, it's sticky and it tries to pull you back in. And so it helps to have people who are holding a field, a higher level field of energy to help you transcend, because it's called a reach back in the universe. People who are at a little higher level than you reach back and help you move up, and you reach back and help the people right behind you move up, and that's how we all grow. And we really need that right now on this planet, because there's so much misinformation and disinformation and just generally people that are manipulating other people's minds in order to keep them stuck in the lower dimensions. Now, is it intentional? Some of it. Some of it is. But most of it is just people were dumbed down themselves, and so they don't understand that what they're doing is actually dumbing down other people. So it's one of those things where you have to do the best you can to get your mind to a higher place, but also a lot of it is being like a monk. Isolate yourself from other people. Do the best you can to keep your energy high. And if you become a monk for 6 months or a year or longer, that's okay, because you got to put you first. You see, there's source energy, and it vibrates at this high dimension up here, and you are source energy embodied into your body. So this energy's flowing through you, and you're projecting your reality out to the world. And a lot of people forgot their source energy, and so they're projecting these realities that are fed to them through 3D, the 3D matrix. So, like the TV and all the repeats where they're constantly telling you to believe this and believe that, that stuff repeats, and then we look at it and we recreate it in our lives, even if we don't want it, because that's just the way it works. And so I'm going to move this a little. So the way to do it is to isolate yourself and what you're feeding into your reality, so you don't project it back out as best you can. I mean, if you have to go to work every day and do stuff like that and deal with people, that's okay. You do the best you can, but start filtering. Like if you watch, and it's law of attraction, so if you watch 2 hours of news a day and you go, okay, I'm not going to watch the news now, it might be hard not to watch the news because it's law of attraction. You've got that energy that's coming toward you. And so the idea is go maybe to an hour and a half. Cut it back a little. Cut your time back a little. Do the best you can, and then cut it back a little more. It's like when I wean myself off coffee, if I'm going to do a fast or anything, I have like a third of the, I still have coffee, I have less, and then the next day I have a little less, and then the next day I have a little less, and that way you don't get the headache and you wean yourself off coffee if you're going to do a fast, because you don't want to do a fast while you still got addicted to coffee, or you'll get a headache for a day or two as it's coming out of your body, because our body gets used to certain things, and so does our mind. That's all law of attraction. So if you are doing something every day and you know it's not good for you or healthy for you, cut back a little bit. But the main thing is, don't judge yourself. Don't say, oh, I'm a bad person, I shouldn't be doing this. Just make a different choice. And if you can't make the choice right now, don't make the choice. Just go, okay, that's not right now. This comforts me and I'm going to keep doing it, even though I know it's probably not the best thing in the world. And then go on with that. Make a decision, and then don't judge yourself about the decision, because the judgment is what drops your level. So, does anybody have any questions? I don't see any. I see there's lots of eyeballs, but so I'm going to be doing a Zoom class probably weekly to help people get through their personal stuff so that they can keep moving forward and not get pulled down into the fields, the lower level energy fields. So and to help them get out to the world, because a lot of us, we want to teach and we want to get out to the world, but there's this field that is a little heavy, and it tries to pull you back down, like tell you stuff like you're not worthy, or how dare you do that, or how could you do that, or you're only this, or you're only that. People call it imposter syndrome and stuff like that. It's literally an energy field, and there's been a monopoly of sharing to the world through TV and all the news stations and everything. They've had a monopoly. You had to get to a certain level and you had to get their attention in order to share your stuff. And you don't have to anymore. I mean, you can if you want to, but you don't have to, because we have the internet, we have videos. This is the time for people who are the master teachers on this planet to really step forward and step into their power and step into bringing your unique perspective of the world to other people, because there's people out there who are hungry for that, and they don't have that option, really. A lot of them don't even know it exists. So the more you can do, and the more you can, I'm going to help people get online and get their videos up. And who do I see you with? It's kind of a personal question. You mean like right now, energetically, or in the future, or uh, yeah, that's what I see you with in the future is not quite where you want to be. There's like a level like here, and you want this level up a little higher, so you just need to kind of love yourself a little more. And that moves you forward so you're at the higher level and you attract at that higher level what you're looking for. So this was going to be a little more generic, but that's okay. Yeah. So it's like when you understand your value, you attract this level of connections with people, right? Including relationships and stuff. But if you are here and you don't quite understand your value, you attract people that are here. So the idea is get as clear as you can and as happy as you can, and then you'll attract more what you're looking for, and it gets easier. Oh, thank you. Yeah. So anybody have any questions about how the universe works or anything like that? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, I'm going to go for now. And if you're on my email list, I have it on several sites in enlightenedlifeacademy.com if you want to get on my email list for my classes. And then in a more of a private setting, I'll answer more personal questions. So thank you all for joining. Oh, yeah, that you don't have to wait for that. See, if you put to help humanity on the end of that, that's part of the block between you getting there. That's I because to help humanity means that you don't understand that you help humanity by your presence, by just being who you are. You're already helping humanity. You don't need a partner to help humanity. So you just be you. That just being you helps humanity. Okay? I hope that helps. Anyone else? We have a few eyeballs still. Also, I want to tell you that try not to get hooked on the soulmate twin flame concept, because everybody you meet in your life is literally a soulmate. Your your soul is interacting with them on some level. And twin flame is a little more closer to what a lot of people are looking for. But twin flame kind of says that you're not whole with both parts of who you are. So your higher self can be in 10,000 different people right now, and probably is. And so the matchup is on law of attraction, and it matches you up with where you're at. And so you can meet this part of your higher self and this part of your higher self and this part and this part. But the part of you that's here in your body is your real twin flame. You just embody both parts of who you really are, your masculine and your feminine part. And then you feel whole, and then you attract somebody who's whole. But if you feel like I need this thing in order to be whole, you attract somebody into your life who's not whole and who's needy. And then you have two needy people together and it doesn't work. It's, I mean, it works for a while, but it's not much fun. So thanks. Hope that helps. Take care, and I'll be back.